Hi, I'm George Capistani, Master Professional. Today I'm here with
Chris Wright, editor of BoomerTennis.net.
Okay, Chris, this week's tip has to do with slicing, which I kind of consider a sabotage tactic. There's several things that you can do to your opponent to make them play worse. And as players, we cannot always be just trying to raise our own level. Sometimes it's more prudent to try to lower their level. So slicing is a classic way to make the other guy play bad. Now, slicing is also a thing that a lot of people misunderstand. We know that topspin is generally a low to high swing, and that slice is generally a high to low swing. The problem is, very close to that, they can go high to too low and they end up chopping the ball. So I like to tell people a slice is really, instead of high to low, it's more high to level. Okay, and I bring us up to the net here because what will happen is the net is kind of a good kinesthetic kind of feel. If I go high to level, this is a good way for me to kind of learn to just push the ball out and not necessarily down. If that's not there, it's very easy for me to go high and chop it all the way down in here, which is what a lot of people do when they try to hit some slice. So check out how we put this into play. All right, Chris, so now we're at the baseline. I want to see you deliver some slice, okay? The scene is you're playing somebody, you're not going to beat them from the baseline, you have to try a way to lower their level. So feed a normal topspin feed, but then let's get you into a slice mode. We're just going to assess your strokes here. Not bad. Good. Okay, not bad. That was very good. It was more out. It wasn't too much this way. So keep that up. This is a great way to lower someone's skill. Good. Good. Keep going. You got a natural slice going on that backhand, which is fairly common. A lot of boomers have a nice natural slice. The forehand might be a little tougher for some of you, but it's still worth doing. You got to add this to your arsenal because slicing off the forehand is just as deadly. Okay, here's the ball, coaches. Good. So the next thing that we can talk about once we got some good slice down is like what kind of slice, because there's a slice ball that floats and then there's a slice ball that's more biting. Okay, so the way we're going to hit that biting one is we're not going to swing any harder necessarily. We're just going to give it a little bit shorter jab and we're going to give it firmness so that that ball, instead of floating, goes out. It has to do a lot with the loft of your racket. You're going to not be using a 9-iron here. You're going to use more of a 5-iron. So let's try to put a little more bite into it. That's good. See, that was nasty. It was low. It bounced twice before the line. If I was receiving that shot from you, I'm having to move up and forward, which is fairly deadly. Most people don't like to do that. So viewers, your key here is the preparation has to be up. It's different. It's not the uniturn. It kind of goes up near your head or near your ear. And that's the beginning of the whole process. If you get that preparation proper right there, okay, that's key. Then you can have your slice work effectively. Again, if this is not something in your game, you really need to add this to your arsenal. It's one of the deadly ways to make other people play worse. No one's ever come off the court saying, man, I played a guy who sliced and hacked me today, and man, did I love it. I just played awesome. Those things just don't go together. So that's a good sign that we want to have this in our arsenal. Hope that helps you on the court.